She doesn't talk to you the same way anymore. She pulls back. Acts colder. Less impressed. You feel it, but can't explain it. Here's the truth. She didn't stop loving you. She stopped respecting you. And once a woman loses respect, love slowly follows. But there's a way to get it back. Not through chasing. Not through begging. But by becoming the man she can't ignore again. Let's talk about how. Before we dive deeper. If you're a man committed to growth, discipline, and mastering your inner world, hit that subscribe button. This channel is built for men like you. Now let's begin. Part 1. Why she lost respect for you. Respect doesn't disappear in a flash. It fades, quietly, gradually, until one day, you realize she doesn't look at you the same way anymore. So how does this happen? Maybe you thought love was about giving everything. Your time. Your attention. Your energy. Your focus. You were always there. You never said no. You let her make all the decisions. You avoided conflict just to keep her happy. But here's the twist. What you thought was love, she slowly started to see as weakness. Because true love isn't about disappearing into someone else. It's about showing up as a whole man. A man who gives, but never gives himself away. You became overly predictable. You stopped being a challenge. You lost your edge, your purpose, your grounding. You let go of the leadership. The mystery. The drive. And when those things went, so did her respect. Understand this. Respect isn't about control. It's about presence. She wanted a man who stands strong in his identity. Who has his own direction, mission, and values. When you let go of those, she let go of her admiration. But it's not over. This is just the beginning. Part 2. Why respect is more important than love. This might surprise you. But a woman can love you, and still not respect you. Love is emotional. Respect is foundational. Love can come and go like a wave. But respect? That's the solid ground underneath it all. Respect makes her admire you. It makes her talk proudly about you. It makes her feel safe in your presence. Without respect, the relationship starts to rot from the inside. And if she doesn't respect you, it won't matter how much she once loved you. She'll start to resent you. She'll test you. She'll pull away emotionally. So if you want her to feel that connection again, don't try to get her to love you. Start by becoming someone who's easy to respect. Not just in her eyes, but in your own. Part 3. The first step back, self-awareness. Let me ask you. When was the last time you really looked in the mirror? Not to fix your hair, but to check in with your character? Because here's a truth from Stoicism. When a relationship starts to crumble, it's often because we've crumbled inside first. Here's how to start fixing that. Every morning, take 3 minutes to ask yourself, where did I sell myself short yesterday? What uncomfortable truth did I avoid? What would the man I want to become have done differently? This isn't about shame. It's about clarity. Because if you don't see the problem, you can't fix it. And the first step to earning back her respect is earning back your own. Part 4. The hidden behaviors that kill respect. Sometimes, you don't even realize what you're doing. But here's a list of behaviors that slowly choke out her respect for you. 1. Over-apologizing, saying sorry just to keep the peace, even when you've done nothing wrong. 2. Always being available, canceling your plans, ignoring your priorities, always answering her texts instantly. 3. Trying to fix her feelings, she's upset, and instead of listening, you panic and try to fix her so you can feel okay again. 4. Breaking your own promises, saying you'll change, but never following through. 5. Avoiding conflict, letting things slide, walking on eggshells, refusing to speak up. All of these send one message. I'll give up my power just to keep you around. And whether she knows it or not, that's exactly when she starts pulling away. Because she didn't ask for a man who disappears. She wanted someone who could stand tall in himself. Part 5. Rebuild yourself from the inside. Now that you see what's gone wrong, it's time to rebuild. Not to impress her. Not to get her back. But to become a man who can look in the mirror with pride. Here's how to start. 1. Morning silence. Begin your day with 5 minutes of stillness. Ask, who do I want to be today? 2. Train discomfort. Take cold showers. Do hard workouts. Say no to things that feel easy but weaken you. 3. Speak truth. Say what you mean. Mean what you say. Don't sugarcoat. Don't manipulate. Lead with honesty. Why? Because real respect comes from one place. Your inner strength. Not muscles. Not money. But the kind of calm courage that makes others feel safe in your presence. Part 6. Set boundaries like a Stoic. A lot of guys think setting boundaries is harsh. That it makes them controlling or selfish. But boundaries aren't about her. They're about protecting your peace. Try saying, I don't argue over text. Let's talk face to face. I won't stay in a relationship where threats are used in arguments. I don't tolerate shouting, disrespect, or manipulation. You're not being mean. You're being clear. And clarity is power. A man who sets healthy limits is a man who's respected. Even if she doesn't like the boundary at first. Deep down, she'll feel safer knowing you stand for something. Part 7. Stop chasing. Start leading. When you chase, you lose power. When you lead, you attract. It's time to stop overthinking every text. Apologizing for who you are. Walking on eggshells. Instead, start following your purpose. Making bold decisions. Acting from conviction, not fear. Picture a river. It doesn't chase the rocks. It flows, with quiet power and direction. Be the river. Let her feel your momentum, not your panic. Part 8. Let her feel your absence. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is disappear. Not forever. But long enough for her to feel your absence. Stop proving. Stop performing. Stop explaining. Pull back. Focus on your growth. Your discipline. Your journey. Because here's the truth. People value what they have to reach for. Not what's always there, waiting, hoping, pleasing. When she sees you standing tall, without needing her approval, that's when the energy shifts. And if it doesn't, then maybe she wasn't ready for the man you're becoming. Part 9. If she doesn't come back, here's what you do. What if she never returns? What if she doesn't recognize the changes? Then you keep going. Because your growth was never about her. It was about reclaiming the man you lost. Sometimes, the final step in becoming a strong man is letting go of the woman who only liked your weak version. And that's okay. Because the man who stands alone, with truth in his heart, and discipline in his bones, will always attract what's real. You don't need her back. You need you back. Part 10. Final thoughts, reclaiming the throne. Let's end with this truth. She didn't lose respect for you overnight. You slowly gave it up. By abandoning your standards, your purpose, your leadership. But that ends now. This isn't just about fixing a relationship. It's about fixing your foundation. When you return to yourself, to your strength, your truth, your stoic presence, you become the kind of man who doesn't just earn respect. You embody it. So take a deep breath. Step forward. Not for her. Not for approval. But for the man you were always meant to be. That's the Stoic path. If this message struck a chord, subscribe to this channel. Share this with a brother who needs it. And remember, you can't force anyone to respect you. But you can live in a way that demands it. Calmly. Quietly. Powerfully. The Stoic way.